Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first cup final of the season. It is the League Cup final. We're not calling it the Carabao Cup because that's an AIDS name. It's the League Cup final, the first cup final of the season, and it's a United derby. It's Man United versus Newcastle United. Which United is going to reign supreme today? That is the question. Feel free to get your score predictions in the chat, and I will provide my score predictions very shortly. But how are we all doing today as well? Welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you for joining me today. As I say, what is a momentous match? First cup final of the season. Jack, well done. Halves, well done. Hello. Louis, I feel like it's been a while. How are you doing, my good sir, my good man? We've got a drum roll in the chat. Hello, mate. I'm doing well, thank you. Because about to watch the League Cup final. And hello, RC, my man. You've gone for a cheeky 2-1 to Man United. I think that if it's a draw, it does go to extra time. I don't think it goes straight to penalties. I know there isn't extra time in the qualifying games and stuff in the previous rounds, but I think for the final it goes to extra time. I'm pretty sure. If someone could confirm that for me, that would be great. Oi, Tom, I'm not a fraud. I'm great. Hello, Ashley Piggott. How you doing? You say United, Man United, you think it's going to win? 2-1 to Newcastle, thanks, Tom. 1-0 United to win on penalties. Boa Vista are playing today. Get in. Well in. I am indeed wearing my Boa Vista kit. Obviously, I'm a City fan, so I don't want United to win, so I'll pop on a black and white football kit because why not? I wouldn't be devastated if United win, obviously, but if I had to pick, I'm obviously going to pick the one that isn't United. Hello says 2-0 United. Rashford brace. Max says, come on, Newcastle. I'm ready to have the Potter debate. No, DR. No. I'm not going to have it with you, I've decided, based on what you were saying earlier. I'm playing my Brentford manager career mode. Good luck with that, Tom. And it's a 6 o'clock kickoff for Boa Vista. Well, hopefully Boa Vista could do the bits, and maybe the team in black and white can do some bits here as well. But let's take a look at those teams now, shall we? As I say, get your score predictions in if you haven't already told me. I've gone for 2-2 penalties and United to win on penalties. That is my that's my prediction of how the match is going to go. But these are the lineups, as I say, of the two United teams. Is basically as you would expect. Of course, the main talking point is the fact that Karius is in goal, who is Newcastle's third choice keeper. Nick Pope, in a very moronic fashion, got red carded. Dubravka is... What is he? Is he a United player on loan at Newcastle? I don't know. But he can't play. So therefore, Karius is in goal. The rest of the Newcastle team seems to be fairly straightforward and standard. However, they don't have any key injuries. Isaac is on the bench. So is Willock. So it seems like they are at a full... they're at full strength, essentially, apart from the Nick Pope situation, which is a big shame because I think he's been the best goalkeeper in the league this season. So obviously a huge miss, but that is his fault. Bruno is back from suspension. He got red carded a few weeks ago. So that's a thing. And yeah, the dangerous St. Maximum as well. Dallo and Casemiro especially are going to have their work cut out trying to contain him if he can have a good game. Almiron, not necessarily a flair winger, but good at finishing those goals, isn't he, this season? Although Newcastle... post-World Cup, not been as good, but still relatively defensively strong. Manchester United, what injuries are they working with? The only main one being Christian Eriksen. Van der Beek, Martial, bit part players. Apart from that, they seem to be at full strength as well. Sancho's on the bench. Garnacho is on the bench as well, as is their club captain, Harry Maguire. Will he be lifting the trophy? That is the question. But yeah, the rest of the United side is... as you would expect. If he says get Weghorst out of the striker position, well, it is possible that they will be. Ten Hag has been doing this thing where he's been playing Weghorst as a 10 and Rashford through the middle and Fernandes on the right-hand side. But the fact that Antony's playing, to me, suggests that he's not going to dish out Antony or Fernandes to the wings. I might be wrong on that, but my suggestion would be that maybe initially this is how they're going to line up with Weghorst as a striker, and then maybe Antony will go off for Sancho. Maybe Sancho moves over to the left. Rashford goes through the middle. And then Weghorst in the 10. But we will see what we see. Captain always lifts the trophy. I know, Kex. That's why I said Maguire, because he's the club captain. Veghorst going to miss an open net, says TTV. Hello, rest of MCFC. Big win for Newcastle, please. No, we're not doing a drinking game halves. We might do one for the FA Cup one, but obviously the last time I went too far and it wasn't a good time. So, as I say, we're going to take a break for this one. Maybe I'll bring it back for the FA Cup one, but I don't really even know if there's that much of a popular demand for it, to be honest. But, hey, we'll see. What's the Liverpool shithousery, Louis? What is that? Both Slaphead and Bruno will lift the trophy together if United win. That's quite cute. That's quite cute. It was a good time, says DR. Okay. Well, I'll bring it back for the FA Cup final then. That's what we'll do. Bring it back for the FA Cup final. Newcastle haven't won anything since the dinosaurs. You're absolutely correct. Unless you're counting the UEFA Intertoto Cup. They haven't won a trophy since the 1950s, 1954, which I believe was the FA Cup. They have been in cup finals since then, notably when Alan Shearer was at the club, and notably when they played United in the FA Cup final. But that was the late 90s, and they didn't win. So it's a big occasion for Newcastle. A big occasion. Who do you guys think needs this win more? Because Newcastle, obviously going through a Hello Village, obviously totally different club owner, etc. Haven't won a trophy for 70 years. And could this, kickstart what is inevitably going to be, subsequent seasons of Newcastle victory? Or do United need it more? Ten Hag, this would really validate his opening time to Man United, and it would and can it kick them on in respect of all the other competitions they are in? That's the question. That's the question. TTV says we're going to humble Liverpool. Veghorst needs to fix his collar. I'll take a look at that. The Intercity Cup. That's the Intertorto, isn't it, halves? Or if they won both. It didn't have decided to dream for vibes. It'd pick, yeah, maybe. Probably DR, yeah. And yeah, Cake says Newcastle need it more because we're in every competition. Hello, Owl. 1-0 earlier. Well done. Now to watch a hopefully exciting foul. Yes, whatever the score, I really hope it's a really exciting game. I mean, Newcastle haven't conceded that many goals in the Premier League. I think they have the best defensive record, so it doesn't... On paper, it might not be high on goals. I just hope it's not... I hope United... I mean, United should win. United are the favourites by a massive margin. So they should win and win relatively comfortably. But I really hope it isn't a battering. I really hope that we do see a competitive match today. FA Cup fine we're doing. Because as I said, just didn't want to do it straight away. Who's going to win the fight? Is that the YouTuber one? Carrie's going to be like he was in his last final, says TTV. Yeah, when he's obviously known for those clangers. It's been a hot minute since then. Has he evolved as a footballer? For a Premier League side, we'll have to see. I need to catch up on it, dear, I'm afraid, because it was date night last night, so I have not caught up on it yet. We had Greek food, and it was delicious. Look at the difference between the travelling fans and the proper fans, says Halves. Oh yeah, Veghorst does need to sort his collar out. You're not wrong. I thought it was Johnny Depp then, but no. I don't really care about the Carabao sponsors, in all honesty. The Carabao Cup is an absolutely dusty name, by the way. That's why I refuse to call it that. It's the League Cup. Not calling it like shitty sponsored name. Piss off. Carling sort of works. Carling Cup. Remember when there was the Capital One Cup? AIDS. Actual AIDS. Box Village in YouTube boxing. I think that would be like actual child abuse, TTV. So I'm not sure for legal reasons I could do that. Bring back the Coca-Cola Cups. Well, this used to be called the Milk Cup or something in the very early days of it. I think that was the 60s or 70s. That was when Norwich won it. That's why Ipswich fans are like, oh, you only won a Milk Cup. Or something like that. Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton Trims would be confusing. Well, there are two Brunos on the pitch. It's Guimaraes versus Fernandes. Jake Paul or Tommy Fury, I know nothing about either of them. As far as I'm aware, Jake Paul isn't an actual boxer, so Tommy Fury sounds like he's related to Tyson Fury, so I'll go for him. I box you if you agree to open weight to chat. Why do you want to box me? Make the name French because everything sounds nicer in French. Does it, though? And we're doing the national anthem. Cool. Tommy Fury's Tyson Fury's brother. Oh, they are related. There you go. It all works. It all works. Look at Eddie Howe. For future England manager, maybe. Come on, Almiron. Sing the England national anthem, you fraudster. With the LNobbins Royal Rumble. They're both pretty shit. Yeah, I find that whole thing a bit weird. It just seems like a bit of a circus, to be honest. If you like it, that's fine, but I mean, I don't do boxing anyway. I feel like if I liked boxing, I probably wouldn't watch that. Unless it was, you know, because it's not for charity, is it? It's not like it's a charity match. It's, like, they're like Jake Paul, for example, he thinks he's a real boxer, doesn't he? So it's not like, you know, like the Sidemen charity match where they don't actually think they're footballers. It's a bit of fun. It's for charity. Hello, Chelsea fan. How you doing? We're fun to see both of them lose. Tommy Fury would get disowned, and Jake Paul losing the internet would go mental. Today I feel Geordie, says Musty. Boxing's boring, says Jack. Yeah, from the very little, in terms of combat sports, I feel like UFC is much more exciting. I don't know anything about UFC, but that's an actual fight. Boxing isn't actually fighting, is it? It's hitting each other with like padded gloves and stuff. Like UFC is an actual fight, if that makes sense. Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva, but Anderson Silva isn't a boxer, and wasn't he like 89 years old? I like watching boxing when it's on, says Owl. And also, you got to pay like pay-per-view for a lot of it all the time, haven't you? It's not like it's a channel. No Kante, no drunk watch-along today. But we might do one for the FA Cup one, but as I said, just wanted a break in between them because I got too carried away last time. So it won't happen the next time, but I didn't want to do one today. As someone who's invested in the INSTA, I'm rooting for Jake Paul to lose. Excellent stuff. Oi, Kante, why am I a fraud? That's not very nice. How you doing, though, Kante? What have you been up to? United. Right. Also, I know a lot of stink has been caused about something like we didn't do one for the playoff finals now. I know that a lot of stink's been made about the fact that in, like, Sky's like, advertising for this, lots of Newcastle fans haven't been happy because they took out the United from the Newcastle United thing. What do you guys think about that? Do you care? I don't think it matters, but let me know if you care or think it matters or if it's like a bit petty. Either way, let me know. Hello, Josh. What do you mean I'm a fraud? There's massive stakes in the Jake versus Fury fight. Why, though? If Blackburn get there, you should do. And how will Blackburn do him? Owl says, I don't care. I refer to Newcastle as Newcastle. I do personally as well. And I don't think I ever say Newcastle United. In the same way that I don't say Leicester City. I say Leicester. Yeah. I think the reason you do that is because you've got to call United United and City City because they both have the same first name of Manchester. So it makes sense to differentiate on the United or City. I forgot. I definitely forgot. Oh, Tommy Fury would get disowned. Jake Paul losing his comment. Oh, I see. Why would he get disowned? Like, actually? Because he's part of a boxing family or something. According to Ronaldo's best friend, Piers Morgan, CR7 will be at Jake versus Fury. Wow! I can't wait. Hello, Grey Snail. How are we doing? Gay score predictions in Grey. Bruno Guimaraes. He's on the pitch for Newcastle after that stupid red card did the other week, whenever it was. Botman's overrated as TTV. Botman is a League 1 winner. I'll have you know. As Kex will know, I'm an avid League 1 viewer. And yeah, Rashford is starting. Now, there was a question mark about whether Rashford was fit or not, whether he was carrying a knock. He has played a lot of games recently. United generally have played a lot of games recently. And Ten Hag seems very unwilling to rotate the sides for those matches. So there was a question mark, but Rashford is starting. Hopefully he'll be okay. I thought maybe he was going to be on the bench. And we've kicked off! I thought maybe he was going to be on the bench and they bring him on. I don't know if it was just like gamesmanship and he's actually totally fit. Or not. Kex says, I'll be back if we score a goal. No, Kex, you don't do that. Oh, God. I thought already there was going to be confusion between Karius and his centre-half there. Goodness me. Yeah, so Jake Lucy, people are going to say he's a celebrity boxer. He isn't a proper one, which he thinks he is. Yeah, that's the thing. He isn't a proper boxer, is he? Hence, he's not fighting actual... You know, go and fight Anthony Joshua or whatever. Fury loses. A man from the Fury family is lost to a celebrity boxer, indeed. Big Loris as halves. Oh, yeah, that was terrible. First senior appearance since February 2021 for Union Berlin. And he's left Union Berlin, and now they're going to win the Bundesliga. So, you know. Karius gloves are shit. Well, those gloves are going to be working overtime, you think? You would think. If this chat was an Uber Eats league, we'd win. My bet's fucked. I said Miggy to get more goals than Rashford, as Rashford was limping the other day. How much have you bet, Tom? I want Newcastle to win, but if United win, I don't want to see people taking the piss. If they celebrate it, your club would suit City have been celebrating it for years. Yeah, I hate people trying to undersell a cup and call it. I mean they do it for years. It's always the case if it's not your club involved. They call it, you know, like a Mickey Mouse trophy, and you know it's not a real trophy, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Is it the least important of FA Cup, league title, or Champions League? Yes, but doesn't stop it being a trophy. Doesn't stop it being a legitimate achievement. So yeah. Bayern and Berlin are playing. Oh gosh, that's a battle for Bundesliga top spots. Who'd have thought the Bundesliga would be having? It's like a switch, isn't it? The Italian league is a one-horse race this season, and it's the Bundesliga which is popping off. United with the corner. Jolinton clears it away. KX is absolutely right. The hair is confusing me. And here come United on the counter-attack. Delo is on his own. Almiron's got to play it because Shaw's catching up with him. He plays it now, and it's a terrible ball. Jolinton or Guimaraes or whoever that was, the one with the bleach blonde hair, would have been in had he simply played the very basic ball, but he opted to hit the United player instead. Do you get into Europe if you win it? I think you get into the Conference League if you haven't qualified for it, I think. In the same way that if you win the FA Cup, you get into the Europa League. I'm pretty sure that's right. But the issue is most of the time, the Cup is won by a team which is already in there. So actually winning it doesn't normally give you a place. Bayern being shit this season does help the others. Indeed, Jack, indeed. And why is that, Jack? Why is that? Dan Burn, no win in 6 previous appearances against United. These weird stats, man. I didn't watch the London Derby because I was at my brother's match with the Derby shit. I didn't watch it, Musty. I didn't watch it. But I know that Chelsea got pumped. I win 23 coins. Oh, is it not actual money, Tom? Is it like fake cash? Is it like knob coins? Conference League playoff round. That's for winning this. Both are in European places already. Yeah, so does it just get lost in the ether? Oh, here is Guimaraes into Wilson. He's got St. Maximum in support. He didn't hit him, though, and he allowed Casemiro to tackle him. That was foolish. Hello, Rabidi. I'm a Geordie for the day, and then once they start winning consistently, I'll hate them. Yeah, well, that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Newcastle will, by virtue of existing, become a behemoth in respect of winning trophies sooner rather than later. Might take 5 years, might take 10 years, but it will happen, and they will be here to stay. That'll be good for Newcastle. At this rate, they might finish 7th. You're not wrong, they are not having a great second half to the season. Will we see his local... Oh, we'll see his local if the trophies stay, yeah. I bet he's buzzing. I mean, he's absolutely buzzing. I know he's only joking about it, but he is right. Like, you know, the most recent Northeast team to win a trophy is Middlesbrough. Oh, that's a lovely turn by Guimaraes. He plays in St. Maximum. Varane's going to get to that first, though, is he? No, somehow he doesn't. That's surprising. St. Maximum now. Varane gets beaten too easily there, I feel like. On the edge of the box now. St. Maxim beat Casemiro too easily, and oh, Guimaraes was running onto that one. Both players are down here. It was a brave interception by Fred. He's holding on to his shin. Hopefully he's okay. I assume mainly because they've gone from Lewandowski to Choupo-Moting. You're not wrong. And also Mane's been injured for a hot minute, hasn't he? That was good play by St. Maximum. He did both Varane and Casemiro a little bit there. And Guimaraes almost misses the ball when he's running onto it. And losing Noise also massive. Yeah, well, he was a silly man, wasn't he? Why'd he go skiing? If you're a professional footballer in the middle of the season, why are you going skiing? Yeah, Bruno is a... I mean, we can all agree Bruno Guimaraes is clear of Declan Rice. Nice Monaco playing, and it's 2-0 to Nice. Well done, Nice. Get in. Get in. Cardiff deserves Saudi owners, okay. Chelsea associate they conceded to Oliver Skip. Yeah. He's probably an FM23 wonder kid, isn't he? The fact that there are too many players on this pitch with bleach blonde hair, and Dallow's got to get that right. He did do it because St. Maximin was troubling. And then Newcastle have started strongly. So far, that they've got players who are willing to run at the United defenders, and that is causing them issues immediately. I just hope that they're able to keep up this competitive nature. Wan-Bissaka on the bench. Maybe they're suggesting that it should be Wan-Bissaka up against St. Maximum. I don't know. Long throw in. Jolinson wins it. Oh, and Luke Shaw deals with it. Do you want some? Yes, DR. Martinez clears it away, and here is Rashford, who puts it between the legs of Almiron. Almiron? Is it Almiron or Almiron? I don't know. The defense is a shambles, says Owl. Oh, yeah. Of course. But yeah, Owl, I'm guessing you're buzzing about the result. Blonde hair is a Brazilian thing. You're not wrong. I just don't like it. I don't like bleach blonde hair on footballers, to be honest. Even like when Foden did it, he looked ridiculous. I know it was like a fun joke, but he did look silly. Fred punting it out. Dan Burns. Why? Right there. Why didn't you just head it back to your keeper? I mean, fair enough. Bruno won it there. So I take that back. And Bruno is fouled there by Weghorst. Yes, he is. Newcastle, get on with it. Referee says, no, you're not allowed to play it quickly, my friends. And move couldn't be better. Excellent stuff. I love that. There's David Coots with his face like a grieving pug. Drop the Bowen Rice agenda. I drop the Foden Potter one. I don't have a Bowen or Rice agenda. I definitely don't have a Rice agenda. I want him to do well because he's like our only good English defensive midfielder. I want Rice to do well. I just want him to go to a club that isn't dog in terms of how they play. And actually, you know, being more progressive and maybe a top side and getting some, you know, Champions League experience, etc., etc. What do you mean? Yes, you do. As I say, I want Declan Rice to do well. David Coots, the referee for the... David Coots, the ref for this one. He's had some good matches this season. Good. Let's hope we don't have a fucking shambles of a situation. We're better than Chelsea, mate. Not sure. Oh, that's a foul. I think Dallow's got to be careful here. He's going to get a word. I think that's bordering on a yellow card. Yeah. I think that probably is more of a yellow, to be honest. He was preventing a cheeky attack there by Newcastle. This all should be a final warning. And no, never mind. It's a yellow card. For me, it was a yellow. Looked like it in real time. And that could be big because we're 9 minutes in and it is... Yeah, that's a yellow. And it is St. Maximum against Dallow already. Already we're seeing that that is going to be a very interesting matchup. And now he's lost his credit. He cannot make any more mistakes now, Dallow. Could be a long evening for him if Wan-Bissaka isn't brought on at some point. Not afraid to give early yellows. Yeah, I totally disagree with the whole... it's too early in the game to give a yellow card. Like, that's bollocks. If a foul is a foul, it's a foul. If a foul is yellow card worthy, it's yellow card worthy no matter what minute it takes place in. For me, I don't care if it's in the first 30 seconds or the final 30 seconds. Like there should be, it should just be black and white, really. As I say, like when you hear commentators go, "Oh, you know, you don't want to see a player red carded because because like it ruins the game and stuff. But if it's a red card, it's a red card. And no, that's Owl, Musty. That's Owl is a Spurs fan. Why aren't you watching it, TTV? Acknowledges someone shit is not having an agenda in it. Rice is the 3rd best defensive midfielder in the league. What? What? I'm not sure about that one, DR. Hello, Amy. He says, good morning from the USA. God save, it's so weird hearing God Save the King before the match. Yeah. I think it's a bit weird that they do it for Cup finals, but there you go. It's also weird it's not Save the Queen because I'm still not used to it. But yeah, I totally agree, Amy. How are you doing? Fake Facebook thing. I think he's talking about you, Owl, isn't he? I think he was asking if you're a United fan, I think. Bloody Rice. I'm sorry, but Rice is not third best, DR. No. It's not happening. A bit late to save God Save the Queen. Great. Well, I kept doing it. You know, when it was the World Cup, and like me and Gasky were sitting here before the France game, we sung it. I just kept saying her, and I kept saying Queen. I've just not... I'm not over it, okay? I didn't even do it consciously. It just happened. Right, 11 minutes in. Nothing's really happened other than St. Maximin's giving Dallo a bit of an issue. Newcastle players are willing to run at United defenders. But neither side's really crafted anything. The best bit of play was when St. Maximum gave both Varane and Casemiro a bit of trouble. I must never watch his Rice. DR, mate. I don't understand like where this idea that I've got a Rice agenda comes from. I like Rice. I want him to do well. I want him to do well for England's sake. Because who's the next option? It's Calvin Phillips, and we've all seen what's happening there. Oh, Musty, I'm not sure then. Why has it done asterisks there? That's weird. That's odd. Oh, it falls to Weghorst. I thought it was going to take a shot there. Still Weghorst, and Karius doesn't spill it, but that is the first shot of the game. A team effort and a straightforward save. So nice to have a match late morning here and more other European matches throughout the day. Watch the match on the ESPN Plus. Oh, that's excellent, Amy. Oh, yeah. How much is it in the US to watch it? Because it's like extortionate here. In Blighty. You literally consider Rice versus Phillips as a genuine debate? Not really. I think that was Will DR. I never genuinely thought that. And if I did say it, it was always as a joke. I've never had Phillips in my England side over Rice. Never. Literally never. Denies as halves well done. Good stuff. Right, Newcastle have had around 60% of the ball. I'd actually say that Newcastle started the game the better side. It is early days, obviously. But United so far haven't been able to get into any sort of rhythm. Trippier with the ball in to Joelinton, and maybe could have left it for Wilson. And that's a terrible ball by Dan Burn. Yeah, because it was funny, DR. Because it was funny. Again, I don't think I've never genuinely thought that Phillips is better than Rice. I want ex-City players... Karius and Trippier to win today. Did Karius play for City? I don't remember that. You know, Trippier's a United fan. Outrageous behaviour. Oh, Weghorst loses the ball there. Here is St. Maximin, surrounded by 3 United players. And still manages to get the ball away to a Newcastle player. When did Karius play for us? He must have, like, never featured. Surely. Coot supports a National League team. Interesting. Well, it's close in relative terms because they are both, you know, professional footballers in the Premier League. Yeah, I don't think that's fine. When Rooney got me watching Premier League, says Amy, are you a United fan, Amy? Hello, Dr. Footy. Karius was Youth Academy. Ah. Interesting. In the same, I think Rabiot was like in our academy as well at some point. United. Oh, that was nearly dangerous. That was really good defending by Botman, I think that was. That was dangerous. That's better from United. Actually causing some questions. It was Dallo who popped it in. Good work from Dallo. Newcastle able to deal with it. Because if fair enough, Amy, fair enough. Karras looks massive. Why are you looking, chap? 5 years ago yesterday, went to Arsenal City in the first League Cup final. Won 3-0. Vinny scored. Great day. What a win. What a win. The Etihad Cup. That's when it was called, the Etihad Cup. Memories. It's been a hot minute. I mean, it's been a hot minute since we've won the FA Cup. We've only won it twice in respect of, like, you know, the new ownership structure. We won it once under Mancini. Pellegrini didn't win it. Pep Guardiola's only won it once. Just can't seem to win it. I want that back. We haven't won it since the domestic treble year. Here is Rashford. Oh, I thought he was going to take the shot on. Maybe he thought the angle wasn't quite right. Anthony with the shot. Straight into Karius's grasps. Placed out quickly. Karius has had a couple of easy shots to save, guys. But that's fine, because we know it's not always easy for him. That will do his confidence a world of good, I'm sure. Pellegrini won it. No, he won the League Cup. He never won the FA Cup. Up the German keeper, says Tom. He's doing a decent job so far. We've had Haaland, Bowen, and Ramsey. Really, Haaland? Oh, plays on trial at Cardiff. Ah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. On trial, it sounds like. Here is St. Maximin. Once again, Dello's got some work to do, but he's crowded out, and St. Maximin played a nothing blind ball out to Weghorst, and now United can build. Bruno plays it early, trying to find Rashford. It's a terrible ball, though, and Newcastle are able to recycle it. And as I say, they've been the team on top so far. Very early days, but still. Here is Almiron. He's got an overlapping run provided by Trippier. He finds him now. There's only Wilson in the box, though. He does play the ball through Shaw's legs, but Almiron wasn't really able to read it. Imagine rejecting Haaland. Remember when we almost shithoused our way to a Champions League final, Pellegrini? Yes, I do remember. It's a shame because we played all right. I mean, the first leg was just like, hey, I can't really remember anything happening. I think it was like one of the most boring matches ever. But then the second leg, Yaya had one of the worst games I've seen. Fernando was dog. Players just didn't seem to like... It was almost like they were like... Almost like shocked they were there. It's like, what's going on? It was a big shame. Big shame. I think for Pellegrini as well, he basically sacked off the league. And he was like, I'm just going to focus on Champions League now because this is my last season. Patronising Karius as Grey Snail. No, I'm trying to give him moral support, Grey Snail. I'm trying to give him moral support. I don't know how I kept Wycombe Wanderers up after being in the relegation zone for 36 game weeks. Excellent stuff, Josh. Is that who you're managing now? I know you finished your Bundesliga one recently. I didn't know Karius was German. Yeah, Germans have had a lot of... they've had a lot of excellent keepers, Germany. In terms of like squad depth and such. Moyes said a month ago we scouted Alvarez, but he thought we only needed Antonio. Wow. Oh, Anthony's holding his groin, I think. I think he's actually holding his cock. An interesting strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him. Yeah, it was AIDS. I mean, no, well, not a terrible result because we didn't concede an away goal. And I remember like going to the game and like, the fans were like so loud for that game. Like we were just like non-stop singing, which was good. And we sort of like felt it was like a decent result. Like we were happy with it. We were sort of like, you know, still singing as we were like walking down the stairs because like that was the era of away goals. We're like, we haven't conceded an away goal. We can go if we, you know, get a score to draw in Madrid, which could definitely have happened, but didn't happen. Obviously, yeah, Yaya just forgot how to run. That's why even though I love Yaya, I'll never put him up there in terms of the upper tier of City legends. Because whilst he was, like, when he was on it, he was, like, literally unstoppable. And it was absolutely unreal. But there were just too many moments when he almost seemed to, like, not bother. And he had, like, a bit of a weird mentality issue. I don't know why. But, yeah. Anthony auditioning for the role of Draco Malfoy. And so is Jolinton and Bruno, to be honest. That Madrid game was pain. Ball cross into the net was pain. Oh, yeah, because it was an own goal, wasn't it? Was it a Bale shot and a Fernando own goal? Can't really remember. When Hearts resigned, went to Wickham, just about getting up, then got the Arsenal job. Nice. Road to glory. That season, so yeah, yeah. That will. I mean, Pellegrini City were always they're always weird. Even when we won the league, we weren't great. He didn't really seem to care about defense, Pellegrini, which is fine. If you score enough goals, but yeah. Garnacho has Malfoy's hair as well. Oh yeah, he does. He's yeah. What's good? Right, guys. What is happening? What's occurring? I know you guys said that Brazilians like the bleached hair and such, but simply why? Why does Mbappe have blue hair? It does not look good, chaps. You look ridiculous. Fernando was so shit. He was so shit. I don't even know what Fernando was supposed to be. He was like... I mean, he was better than Javi Garcia, but that's not saying anything. He wasn't even better than Nigel de Jong. Oh, Bruno Guimaraes is down here. Oh, he's gone down. And this would be terrible. Oh. If he's off the pitch, they're done. He's shaking his head. If he has to go off, I think that's the end of Newcastle's day. And maybe that's not a fair thing to say, but he's so crucial to them. And he's such a good player. Hopefully he's alright. Pellegrini's first season was good to play entertaining football, but the next two were negative football and got shit results, yeah. And also, we were always suspect defensively under Pellegrini. He was more of a vibes manager. Oh, there you go. Newcastle without Bruno. Not a single win in the Premier League. Wow. That's mental. You wanted blue hair in year 6. Brilliant. They bleach other areas as well, says Grace Snail. Brilliant. I don't really know I don't even know if there was a collision or anything. I wonder if he's like banged his head or something, because he seems to be like keeps shaking his head to make sure he's all right. Not really sure what's going on there. He's back on the pitch though. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's able to shake off whatever that was. Looks like a concussion. He barely could stand up by himself. Yeah, that was odd. That was odd. Hopefully he's fine. You like shake off wherever that was in the next 5 minutes or so. If you second... Wait, hypothetical situation. If you are second behind first by 5 points and the team behind you are 5 points away, would you rather give 5 points to first or 5 points to third? If you're... It depends what point of the season it is. Depends what the teams are, I would suggest. I'd probably go for third in most instances. Even though I always thought on paper I had pink hair. In my head, it was blue. Ziyech only got sent off early. Red card revoked on video review. Was he a naughty boy? I want to see Bruno going over to see how he's doing. Yeah, hopefully he's all right. Here is St. Maximum. He falls over. Still somehow manages to retain the ball. Bruno nearly did so well then, but Fred's taken it away from him. Now Rashford. And if Vedcourse can get this right, then United could be in. Oh, Fred overhit that to Casemiro, and Newcastle have won it. St. Maximum just couldn't take it under control. He nearly plays a lovely first-time ball. Or Newcastle players thought that maybe Fred handled it in the penalty area. Don't think so. St. Maximum is one of those. He's like an Adama Traore in that he's like terrifying to come up against, but most of the time his end product is dog. If Adama Traore was able to sort out his end product, he'd be like unstoppable. Same, I feel like it's the same with St. Maximum, but he gets into really good positions, but then it's like the final pass or the final shot or the final cross or the final bit of decision making is like, ugh, what are you doing? And I make that noise as well, like, ugh. Oh, right. I'd rather... well, there's nowhere to give Arsenal the points. I have to give them to United, yeah. Definitely. We're having more shorts, so W uses TTV. So far, I think Newcastle have been the better side. But it is close. I'd rather come third than second, saves the agony of coming second. Interesting. So, does that mean you'd rather... Well, yeah, I guess so. So he'd rather get knocked out of a Champions League semi-final rather than get knocked out of the final, I suppose. Here in Newcastle, Almiron, he's got Trippier. The cross is in. That's good. Oh, and it was well defended and brave by Martinez, I think that was. Yeah, and there's Cher's calling for a head injury. Collision of heads between Martinez and Cher. It's a very good ball by Trippier. Martinez has got to get that right. Actually, I don't even think it's a collision of heads. I think that Cher just shoulders Martinez in the head. Cher should probably do better there. Tell me what's happening with Bruno Guimaraes. He's all right, Tom. He was having a bit of a concussion situation. But he's okay. He's all right. It's bloody Steve McLaren. Yeah, he's all right. Don't you worry, Tom. 14-15 season never happened, says Musty. Well, that season was especially annoying because I think it was in December. I don't know the exact date, but it was in December, and it was something like around halfway through the season, and Chelsea and City were on the exact same points, the exact same goals scored, the exact same goals conceded. And it was like, if the season ended now, then we'd have to go to like a neutral playoff match. So the first half of the season was absolutely fine. Second half just like fell off and were AIDS. This is going to Pens. I can feel it. This does feel like it's going to be a 0-0 draw, doesn't it? The way this is going. It's not been entertaining so far. Dr. Footy says, I'd rather get knocked out of Champions League final. If we keep reaching the final, we'll eventually win one. You'd like to think so, Dr. Footy. Surely it's got to happen at some point. Although, obviously, never happened for Atletico Madrid. There's Fergie. Of course. 1-4. Only 4? Oh, gosh. Yeah, it is rare you see an entertaining final. That's why it was, so... what's the word? That's why it was so, I can't think of the word. That's why it was so nice that the World Cup final was actually really interesting. Imran, thank you so much for following, mate. Let me know what football team you support. I support Man City and Boa Vista. Yeah, if it's your team, you'll care about it no matter what, obviously, and you'll be tense and stuff. But from a neutral, it's like, anyone know if Ant and Deck are at Wembley? Maybe. You support Liverpool, Imran. Wonderful stuff. Welcome to the stream. As I say, my name is Nobbins. I'm a Man City fan. And Q now. Same question. Let me know who you support, my man or lady. And let me know how you've been doing today. What have you eaten today, for example? What's been your lunch? What's your favourite cheese? You know? Have you ever been on a skiing holiday? And Imran, I'm doing great. Because I'm watching football with you guys. Wow, Musty, don't fat shame. Dr. Footy says, don't compare us to Atletico. Every Champions League final, they park the bus hoping they win. When we go to finals, we dominate possession. You're not wrong, Dr. Footy. And to be fair, I never felt sorry for Atletico Madrid because I hate the way they play. When it was in the first final, and they, before the match, I was like, oh, that'd be nice if Atletico won, because it'd be a bit different. But the way they played, it was so scummy, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Why does Amanda Staveley look like she's not real? Why does she look like some terrible Uncanny Valley CGI? You're not good because you want South Africa women to win the Cricket World Cup, so it's been history, but Australia won it. Oh, Imran, I'm sorry. Well, there's always next time. There's always next time. Joe Hart will always be my favourite City player. Really, Amy? He was, when he was at his best, he was exceptional, Joe Hart. It's the dark arts, but for me, there's a difference. It borders from dark arts to this is actually the most dead shit football to watch. I think Cher might be going off because Botman said, are you okay, mate? And Cher was like, no, I'm not. Hello, Saud. How are we doing? You made a fun discovery. Tell me more. The house is AIDS. Brilliant. It's like us buying a winning. What I know. Bloody cheap emoting. Bayern, no one wants you to win. Let Union Berlin have this. You don't need it every single time. You don't need to win every single time. Like, let someone else have a play with the Bundesliga trophy. It's not even a trophy. It's like a shield. Barely seen any of Rashford so far, and that is the responsibility of his teammates to get him involved in the game. But yeah, I've barely seen anything from United's attackers, apart from that one time where they put the ball into the box. I think it's tonight, Imran. I think. Wait, who did you think was a man? Longstaff plays in Trippier. Barely seen anything of Wilson so far. Newcastle need to get him more involved in the game. There's like one Newcastle player in the box, and there's like 5 United players. They're never going to win the aerial duels. You got to play it low across the ground if you're going to do that. There we go. It's a nice touch by Almiron. Here is Trippier. Falls to Longstaff. That's such a good ball, but there's no one there. Oh, St. Maximin's absolutely done him. Oh, what a goal that would have been. I think that's a block off the line, and then Guimaraes on the volley cannot keep it down. I don't know if that was a save or a block, but that was the best bit of play we've seen all game. He did, Musty. Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, that's a lovely ball by Longstaff, but there's no one running to go for it. And then St. Maximin absolutely destroys Dalot, and he just hits De Gea in the end, actually. Just hits it straight out De Gea. What a shame. Yeah, that is absolutely outrageous feat by St. Maximin. It's the only way he's going to score that goal is if he rifles it into the top corner of the near post. That was the only chance. As it was, he hit it straight out De Gea. So far, this has been all Newcastle. Dalot got cut. Yeah, Dalot is not going to finish this 90 minutes. He's got to get taken off sooner rather than later. He's on a yellow card, and St. Maximum is rinsing him. So I think Wan-Bissaka's got to come on sooner rather than later. Oi, Mo. I'll have you know the Community Shield isn't a cup. It's a trophy. So hold that with your chubby fingers. Oh, dear me. That Champions League final, everything favoured Real Madrid against Atletico. In the last 10 minutes, they won every referee decision, won every challenge, and the ref pulled 6 minutes injury time out of there. Not going to lie, I was happy they won it. I celebrated when Ramos equalised. United with a set piece, and they've scored. Wow. One free kick. It's Casemiro with the goal, and I can't lie, that is an incredibly undeserved goal. That is a very undeserved goal. And that's a shame because Newcastle have been the better team. But there we go. Oh, what a shame. It starts at 7 PM UK time. Excellent stuff. Casemiro, yeah, it was not defended well enough by Newcastle. And that's 1-0 to United. And the way this game is going, you might think that is game over. It looks like he's onside. Trippier is keeping him on. I think Trippier is keeping him on. That's fine. It's a good header. Nah, he's onside. I think Trippier is keeping him on, isn't he? I don't think it is. Nah, he's definitely on. You can, yeah. In fact, I think it's Wilson who's playing him on with his... Look at how extended his right foot is. Definitely on. Newcastle so many chances. They did. They did. But yeah, sadly, Mo, I agree with you. That I think that's probably the end of the game already. I mean, Dalot's offside, but he's not doing anything with the play, so it's largely meaningless. He's well... come on. Come on. Why do we need to look at this? It's so clearly onside. Come on. There we go, he's on. There we go. Casemiro in the final goal, and it's shut up, KX. Oh, there we go. What a shame. United have not been good so far, but they are leading. Football is a cruel sport. But there we go. I don't know if Newcastle are going to score a goal, to be honest. Musty, I know. Well, let's hope that Newcastle can get something to make it interesting. Shaw and Dalot have been poor. Yeah. I think that, I think that United have been poor, to be honest. That's fair enough for United. Mo, that's such a dead way to look at it. There's still time for Newcastle. No, there's still time, but... here come Newcastle, though. Trippier. Almiron. Trippier, can he pop the ball in? He beats Rashford. It's not a foul. And, well, United cannot get out of their own half here. Their own defensive third here. Trippier, Almiron keeping the pressure on them. Almiron in 2023. So United scored, turn my stream off, says Faraz. How you doing, Faraz? How are you doing? Nah, not a penalty. Definitely not. Definitely not. Dalot winning that duel against ASM. Now, Grealish, God, you shit, do something, yeah. He's still Grealish, yeah, I'm so sure, Mo, I'm so sure. And Fred was booked in that, okay. Again, these United players have to be careful. That's two players who do like to give away fouls. Why ASM shorts so tight? Maybe it's to do with, like, grabbing or something. It was Casemiro, hello. Excuse me. Amy says Newcastle had too many chances. It's another foul on a Newcastle player. Wilson this time is down. Martinez, the offender. But Newcastle, who were on top before they conceded the goal, will, I'm sure, continue their assault. And it's another free kick to Newcastle. It's just going to get popped in. Not really from a very favourable position, but you never know. You never know. Where did I sit in Main Road? On the, not the, what's it called? Not the sides ones. No. The side, not the, I was going to say, not the side ones, but the side ones. The ones where if you're looking at the pitch, you're looking at it from left to right, rather than, oh, here come Newcastle, and bad shot. So not, basically, not where I sit at the Etihad, you know, where I see it and I see goal there, goal there. So I'm facing here, goal there, goal there. I'm looking at it from left to right, so goal there, goal there. He only existed since 2009, brilliant. Greenwood having a kid has confirmed to me that he did whatever he was accused of. No one keeps dating someone whose accusations ruin their career. Yeah, Mo. Definitely. To be honest, and it's a very, very sad, we've talked about it, it's a very sad situation. It would have been the Kipax, yeah. It would have been. Indeed. Here come United with Weghorst. This might kill the game if Rashford can get on target, and he can. That was very odd goalkeeping by Karius. Right, okay. Right, I need to have another look at this because I'm very confused at that goal. I'm very confused at that goal. Let's have another look at this. I just assumed it was going to get easily saved. Maybe there's a deflection I've not, like, seen. One ball over the top. Let's have a look here. So it falls to Weghorst here. Rashford makes the run. He's not kicked up. Oh, that is terrible. I know there's a deflection, but that is terrible. Nah, I'm sorry. Karius is so... No, Karius is so slow to react. Why is Karius' knees so far to the floor? I know there's a deflection, but that is genuinely abhorrent goalkeeping. That is terrible. He was committing downwards. He would... No chance. He was committing downwards before the ball had even been kicked. There's no defending that. A competent goalkeeper saves that. No chance. it being a deflection is irrelevant because look at how late he reacts because his legs are so down because he commits to going down so early. That is actually awful from Karius. That should never be a goal. Yeah, awful. Awful. And yeah, that is probably the game. What a shame. Edson probably doesn't save it. Someone like Nick Pope does, though. Someone competent at shot stopping does save that. Easily. And Marcus with the final goal. He can't be a celebration because the man in the relegation strap at Wolves done it first. KX, what is happening, mate? Karius, the worst goalkeeper in EPL history, says Amy. Yeah, there is no defending that. No. No. Deflection is irrelevant. You cannot commit that early. Go watch it again. Look at the knees. Look at how late he reacts to jump. He's so low down. Therefore, he can't reach it properly. Halves, less of that, please. Allow KX. His life is on the line. People thought he was going to be good after getting benched for 4 years straight. He's still ass. Karius will score the winners as halves. Jack says Karius is a good goalkeeper, guys. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate that the final's probably already done inside 40 minutes. Maybe Newcastle could have scored 1, but scoring 2 without return, I don't see it. I don't see it being a thing. I think United will just manage this game out now. Yeah, terrible from you, Karius, mate. Absolutely dog. 1-0 you can deal with. Not 2. Amy says ESPN just showed Newcastle coach staff looks like they will make a sub. They've got to do it quickly because we're approaching the end of the first half. Newcastle to recall Darlow from Hull. We need De Gea fuck ups his halves. Yeah, what, like the Real Madrid-Liverpool game? If both keepers can drop a howler, then we'll have a game on. We'll have a game. It's the Carabao energy drink shit. I've never tried it, Musty. To be honest, I've never tried it. I'm assuming it's not totally wank. Because it's obviously successful enough to sponsor a big football competition. So you'd like to think it's tasty. But I've honestly never tried it. If anyone in the chat has tried it, let me know. Do feel free to let me know. Liverpool versus Madrid 2.0, yeah, innit? Here is Trippier, pops a ball in. It's dangerous, but the header is aimless. Aimless header by Dan Burn, that is. Liverpool winning 2-0 as well. True. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I never seen anyone drink it. Maybe it's like a money laundering scheme. Maybe no one. Maybe the energy drink doesn't even exist. I don't know. As I say, maybe it's a conspiracy. Should do better there, though. The big defender, Dan Burn, should do better. Not going to get too many chances in a final. You've seen it walk. The energy drink, Jack. And what are your thoughts? Never thought about trying it. No, it's just a weird name as well. Like, why naming it after a moose? Don't know. They sponsor Cardiff. I did not know that. Is the stadium named after it? Might go play FIFA, says Musty. Yeah, I really hope that we get... Oh, there's Shearer. I really hope that we do get something interesting happening in this game. Otherwise, it is going to be very boring from here on out. Hopefully, just for entertainment's sake. United trophy after all that time. This is the worst day in sports history. Oh, dear. Oh, and I think this will mean that United will reclaim their title as the most successful English club from Liverpool, I think. Is that right? In terms of number of trophies won? Not in terms of quality, but in terms of quantity. I did not see the City women score. Tom, tell me more. Tell me more. What did you tell us, TTV? My 2-all is still on, guys. My 2-all is still on. By 3-0. What an L. Feeling bad for Newcastle fans. They want to leave the stadium already. I mean, it's got to be pretty disheartening if, you know, you haven't been to a cup final in like 20 plus years, and then it goes away from you in the first 40 minutes because of a silly free kick and then some actually disgusting goalkeeping. 5 minutes of added time here due to all those injuries that we had. Longstaff is down here for some reason. He's probably trying to get Fred a second yellow, maybe. Can you VAR a second yellow, Owl? Let's have a look at this. Nah, there's nothing wrong there. That's fine. Because it's a red card, isn't it? But can they not interfere because it's yellow? What's the rule? I don't know what the rule is. Yeah, TTV, you're not wrong. Karius masterclass, yeah. Yeah, that is terrible from Longstaff. I think he's just trying to get Fred sent off. That's all I can really think of there, because that was terrible. VAR's not allowed to review or check for second yellows. Does mean it would have to check first yellows. Ah, okay. So even though red card's not involved, interesting. Could have been killed as Musty, yeah. Yeah, that is poor from Longstaff. Don't really know what he's playing at. I hate diving. Stop it. Less of that. Maybe I should have done a drinking game to make this game more interesting. City women beat Bristol 8-1. Well in. City women. Come on now. Longstaff should get a yellow card for the flop. Totally agree. Totally agree. I'm of the opinion that if a dive is an out-and-out dive, then you should get red carded. That's what I think. Oh, look at Bruno with the spin. He thinks he's Anthony. He loses the ball there. Here is another Bruno. Fernandez. Fred. He tried to find Fernandez again. Nice to be able to keep hold of the ball. Jalinta just went into Dallo there for no real reason. Karius. He saves this one. Amazing work by Karius. I don't really know what I was expecting, to be fair. Like, he's third choice and he hasn't played since like 2021 or something. I'd back straight reds for obvious simulation. Totally, mate. Totally. United should be shooting from 25 to 30 yards at this point. Genuinely, yeah. Yeah, DR. So the first one, it was a shame because it came against the run of play. It was just a free kick, good ball in Casemiro header, and then the second one, it was a truly terrible Karius goalkeeping. We obviously Borges on Wednesday. Pep's getting an X slap. Is that? Oh yeah, we played Bristol, don't we? Potter whipped out the Arteta card. What's that time? I mean, he's right to whip it out. To be fair. You know, because he won last year. Did he even play last year, Halves? Did he even play? I thought he hadn't played since like 2021. Who scored the second? Rashford did. Although, really, it took a deflection, but then Karius should have saved it anyway. So, I think, honestly, the refereeing panel should give it as a Karius own goal. Of course, I'm streaming the Bristol game, yeah. Here is Weghorst, and Trippier's got to watch the run of Marcus Rashford. Oh, Weghorst with the shot. Karius with a straightforward save. Varane's better than bottom. What a save. What a comfortable save you'd expect him to make, guys. A really simple save you expect him to make. Wow. Oh, dear. Yes, I will be streaming the Bristol game, Musty. I may have forgotten it was happening, but yes. It's a shame because Nick Pope is going to be at the Etihad next week, and I bet he puts on a fucking masterclass when we could have played this shit. That was doing better than Karius, only considered one. How come when the women get more yellows for flopping and goalkeepers holding the ball for too long? I'm not sure, Amy. It's a good question. Corner for United. Newcastle able to clear it away. I think he was trying to pass to Rashford, but Trippier had him cut off TTV. So it was a bit tricky for him. Don't really know what Dallo was doing there. Almiron playing a risky ball backwards. The Newcastle just need to get back into trying to target Dallo with ASM. Musty. Karius top 10 keepers of all time, no cap. Bad touch by Weghorst somehow falls to him, does it? Casemiro keeps it alive. Casemiro been playing for like 12 years now. He's probably the greatest DM of all time. Gosh. I'm behind on my stream. That's fair, TTV, don't you worry. The next YouTube video I'm working on isn't necessarily Man City focused, so, you know. Joelinton's been given a yellow card here. With his shitty hair. Trippier getting involved as well. Saying, come on, mate, sort it out. Busquets been washed for 4 years now. He does go down too easily. I don't know why he's holding his head, but yeah, there we go. It's fine. What is it? I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to find out and wait and see. Anthony actually did some footwork that wasn't a little spinner-rooney. What a win. Remember when Joelinton was good? Neither do I. Yeah, Joelinton just came in. Yeah, Joelinton's weird. I don't even really know what he is as a footballer. Honestly. And there we go. That is half time. And it's probably going to be Man United who win it. Now, I don't think it's unfair to say that Newcastle have been the better team overall. It was a set piece and then awful goalkeeping the reason why United are leading. A 1-0 lead, I think you can deal with. You can always get a goal from somewhere. 2-0 with this Newcastle side not really being clinical in the final third. I'm not so sure. So I do think that is probably going to be 2-0 to United or maybe even 3-0 come the end of the game. I don't think Pope is... I think we established Pope isn't suspended for City because it wasn't dangerous conduct, so he only misses 1 game. Dono's birthday this day. No, Musty, is it yours? If Real Madrid and City can come back from 2-0 down, Newcastle can. Why are cows so great at dancing? Interesting. Interesting question. Is it a 3-match ban, though, TTV? Oh, Colin Bell. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I thought we established that because it wasn't violent conduct. It's only a 1-match suspension. 1 match if you're on that, Pope. Thank you, Al, for confirming that. Hello, Pim. How you doing? They've got moves. Oh, for God's sake, Seld. I didn't realise it was a joke. Colin Bell, what a man. No better than... Right, Kicks, where's this look from the League Cup come from? What is going on? What is occurring? It can happen if you want it to happen, Pim. Absolutely. If I've got Nobblets who want to have a chat, you're more than welcome to. Hop into General and we can commence. We can commence. There we go. Let's head over, guys, to the Noblet voting. Oh. As always, guys, if you want to help support the channel for a very low fee, oh, the music just went there. £1 a month, as little as you can click the link and support your boy and help out the channel. I'm joined by Pim, who's a United fan. Hello, Pim.
Hello.
I'm joined by Kante. Hello, Kante. I'm joined by DR. Hello, DR.
Hello.
Wonderful stuff. Let's start with Pim, because he's obviously a United fan. The trophy's probably already won, Pim. Thoughts?
Oh, I am buzzing, mate. First trophy in, what, 5 years now? Ten Hag's first season, and he's always bringing in the silverware. Cannot complain.
Absolutely. Amy says, should they take out Casemiro to keep him healthy since grabbing his shoulder? I think he'll be okay, Amy, to be honest. But yeah, how do you see that first half, Pim? Do you think it's fair to say that probably on the balance of playing Newcastle have been the better side, but silly defending from a set piece and then some truly awful goalkeeping?
Yeah, but I think it was expected that United weren't going to be the best, because if you've watched them this season, there's not a first half team. You saw it against Leicester, saw it against Barca on both legs, that there's not a first half team. I think it's just because the team talk that Ten Hag just rails them, just goes in on them, and they just start playing better second half, which he always does. So I'm expecting, hopefully 2, 3, 4 a lot of goals.
Yep. Do you see any worlds in which Newcastle can come back into this game, or do you not think they're going to score a goal?
I just think United have too much quality. I think they could score a goal. I just think United have too much quality. Well, don't need like sort of this half. They don't need many chances to score 1 or 2.
Absolutely. And who's been your man of the match so far from a United perspective?
Oh, I think Weghorst has been good. I think Weghorst has been very good. Got the assist to the Rashford goal. What's it called?
The dingo bastard.
Build-up play's been good. He's a pressing machines everywhere on the pitch for a striker. If he was fast, he would be ridiculous. But he's not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think the whole team's been decent.
Yeah, and it looks like Rashford isn't injured, which is good. He seems to be moving perfectly fine, so he should be fine for the whole match as well, which is good. Yeah. Were there any sort of like early nerves at the start? Because especially before the first goal, St. Maximin was dealing with Dalot very well, let's say, and Newcastle were posing a threat. So were there any early nerves, or was it like, for you, never in doubt, we're just going to weather the storm and we'll be fine?
I don't know why Newcastle haven't like, exploited that Dalot yellow card. Like he gave it St. Maximin, who can probably dribble past anyone in the league. I don't see why they're not using that more, because I thought they were starting with Wan-Bissaka, who's better at the one-on-one defending.
Yeah, and TTV is also a United fan, says get Wan-Bissaka on. I'm sure he's got...
Wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Nah, I'll stick with Dalot for now.
Interesting. Even though Dalot's on the yellow?
Yeah, even though Dalot's on the yellow, I still don't see us... I don't know, man. I feel like Wan-Bissaka going forward is okay, but I think if we're going to be more pressing and more... We'll have the ball more this half. I think we need Dalot, because the inside runs and even the outside runs to help Anthony massively.
Fair dues. And give me a final score prediction, please, Pim.
I'm going 5-0. I'm going bold.
Wow. No fear of Newcastle. 5-0.
I have a red card as well.
A red card as well. Who's that? Who for? Give me a player.
Because it's free. Either Dan Burn, Joe Linton, or Sean Longstaff are going to Clara Anthony.
Yeah, in like the 80th minute or something. In rage.
Yeah, like 2-foot the guy.
Good. Well, not good. No, I don't mean good. They get injured. I mean, good prediction, good confident prediction. There we go. And yeah, just last thing for you, Pim. Just before I move on to Dia and Kante, what are your thoughts on the whole, fans sort of trying to undersell tournaments like this, like the League Cup or the FA Cup? Have you been guilty of doing that yourself in the past, or what?
No, because if you ask any fan if they would win the Carabao Cup, they would take it. It's like Newcastle. Like some Newcastle fans have said they'd rather win this than get Champions League football because they've not won a trophy in God knows how many years. Oh,
sorry. Sorry to interrupt you there. I didn't realise it's actually gone down as a Botman own goal. Because I've seen the shot now and it is going wide from Rashford, and Botman does deflect it. Yeah, and then carries with the awful goalkeeping. Yeah, so I've only just noticed that it hasn't gone down as a Rashford goal. It is indeed given to Botman, which is, yeah, I've just seen the replay. Rashford's shot was going wide, so that is fair enough. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for that, Pim. You must be absolutely buzzing. I'm also joined by... I'll come to Kante next, just because I feel like it's been a while since we've spoken to Kante. Hello, mate.
Bonjour.
How are things?
All right.
Wonderful. Do you want to talk about this game at all, or do you want to talk about Blackburn?
I watched the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and what do you reckon?
I feel like Newcastle are unlucky because St. Maximin had a good shot, where he like dribbled just on the line, had a good shot, but De Gea had a fantastic save.
It was he really had to sort of like arrow it upwards into the corner, didn't he? But yeah, you're right, it was lovely footwork by him, and he did absolutely rinse Dalot in that moment. Tom says Barca kicked off. Keep me updated on that one, Tom. But yeah, so how are Blackburn doing, Kante? I know you are a Blackburn fan. I don't keep up with the Championship. Are they still in playoff contention or?
We're fourth right now.
Wonderful. Oh, so there you go. So it sounds like they're going to be in the playoffs then.
2 points behind Borough.
Yeah, Michael Carrick's Borough, Will's Borough. And are you confident they'll be in the playoffs come the end of the season?
No.
Oh, where are they going to be then?
7th.
That's a shame. Why would you predict that? No confidence, no faith?
Because we haven't bottled it yet.
But the bottle's coming.
Yeah. We always have a month, like February, always, a bottling, but we haven't bottled it, so it's just long overdue.
Fairs.
Yeah.
Hello, Super City. Oh, sorry, Canty, go on.
Last game of the season, we're going to bottle it.
Interesting. And who is your last game of the season against, do you know?
Millwall.
The mighty Millwall. There we go. Speaking of Millwall, I'm also joined by a Millwall fan. DR, hello, mate.
I do not support Millwall.
Not so sure. Not so sure. Hello, Aways, who says fuck United, big up Nobbins, big up you, mate, big up you. And we've got Super City in the chat. Hello, Super City. I love your profile picture. It's very pretty. Who says never a foul and strange VAR lines. I'm not sure about the strange lines. It looks perfectly fine to me. Just briefly, Pim, you happy it was a foul for the United goal? Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a foul.
Yeah.
It was from the first instance. It looked like it was a shoulder badge, but it came from behind.
There we go. We clear that up. Yes. Sorry, I'm also joined by DR, who isn't a Millwall fan. I was just being cheeky there. He's a West Ham fan. Hello, DR.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Wonderful. Why are you good?
Because West Ham won yesterday.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I think I asked you about West Ham and their relegation prospects yesterday, so I want to ask you that again. Is there anything else West Ham related that we need to know about, DR? Any updates in the world of the Hammers?
I think everyone is underestimating us just because of injuries.
West Ham
now
are shit,
everyone's
mate.
coming back.
What are those main injuries, DR?
Millwall play.
Ings was out for a month, he's back. Skamaka was out for a month, he's back. Zuma's back after like 2 injuries.
Like Kakaka.
Cornet's back after 5 months injury. He's back next week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Cresswell was injured for a month, came back. Areola was injured, subbed on for Fabianski.
Just on Areola, what's happening there? Because I know you say he has been injured, but he was at West Ham last season as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he started for us in Europe.
Yeah, well, why doesn't he play more? Because Fabianski's approximately 93 years old, isn't he? So what's happening there?
I really don't know. I mean, I personally think, such a good goalkeeper. When I watch him, makes amazing saves and isn't that far off on the ball. But I think Moyes just has, I don't know, he just, how do I say it? He trusts him more. Just because of experience or something, but I think we'll see Areola get introduced more.
You'd like to think so, because at some point you've got to move on, and Fabianski's been there for years now, and I'm pretty sure he's in his mid-30s.
It's rumoured that he's going to retire this season.
Oh, really? Oh, should we find out exactly how old he is? Does anyone know off the top of their brains?
He's 35, I think.
Who, Fabianski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a cheeky look.
I'm going to guess 35. No, 36.
36. He's 37.
Oh,
37.
Yeah.
He'll be.
He's gonna retire.
Yeah, and he'll be 38 in a couple months. So yeah, and for example, how old's Areola? He's in his like mid to late 20s or something. Yeah, so he's not young or anything, but for a keeper, he's still got like plenty of time. So you'd think it would be the time to bed him in. But there we go. Maybe next season that will happen. Why is Areola censored? Oh, I don't know. Hello, Iptris. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just making random noises.
Oh, thank you for that, Kante. Love that. Newcastle, unlucky. They've been dominating for the most part. I don't know if they've been dominated, but I would agree with you that for me they have been the team on top for most of
a strong word.
The play. But yeah, I do agree with you, Pim. I don't think dominate is strong
enough
words.
To be dominating. They've created apart from that St. Maximin chant, I don't really create anything else.
Yeah, exactly. It's the final third play, which has been the issue. But they do have Isaac, who they can bring on. I'm surprised he didn't start, to be honest. But Wilson's not really been able to do much in the game. He hasn't been found. Maybe Isaac offers something else. But we shall see. Diaz left. I was about to ask him a final question, but there we go. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was Knob Talk. And just on Isaac Pym, any fears about that man coming on, or could you not care less?
Oh, could not give it, mate. You could still one hand for all that kid, mate. We're still winning in this game.
Love the stuff. Love the confidence. Thank you so much for joining me, Pym, Dia, and Kante. I'll speak to you all in the second half. There we go. That was Knob Talk. The Noblet phone in. Boom. Always good to hear from my beautiful Noblets, my beautiful, beautiful supporters on Patreon. Let me know what drink you're getting, Tom, when you're back. Let me know. Musty, such is the fickleness of football fans. I despise United's Iptris. Hey, that's fair enough. Do you support City, Iptris? Isaac Hattrick's going to hit harder than my dad's belt. And it looks like Isaac is on, by the way. It's pronounced Isaac. Okay. I will try to do that. You guys know I'm not very good at pronouncing names. And there's so many names as well. Like, I can't do all of them. Same Iptris. I'm also a City fan. I'm also a Boa Vista fan. And this is the shirt I closest to a Newcastle shirt. Hence, I am wearing it. We are the biggest club in Porto. Yeah? FC Porto, fraudulent club. That's what the FC stands for in FC Porto. Do not listen to them. Yeah? Don't listen to KX's shitty Porto team either. And Wan-Bissaka is on for Dalot. I agree with that decision. What the hell? Musty, that's not very nice. And Isaac is on for Longstaff. Huh. How do I spell it? I don't know. I'm going to call him Isaac. I don't care. I'm not surprised about the Dalot one because he was on the yellow card and he was having a really shit game, to be honest. What's it going to be? More like, I don't know, fucking that maybe? Some sort of weird fucking, maybe Wilson on the right? I don't know. Maybe two strikers? I don't know. Don't really care. Second half has begun. Let's see if it makes any difference, shall we? Congratulations to Veghorst for getting more shots on target in 45 minutes of a final than Kane's career. Amazing. It was indeed Iptris. Yeah, we did a watch along for it yesterday. I was really happy with the result. Here's Fred. He could have killed the game there. The B-Tech Aranya is on. It was a really good game. I mentioned, I tweeted out, I mentioned on Twitter, for me, it was basically the same level of performance as the Forest game. The only difference was we took our chances. I think phone was key and Rico was... Yeah, Rico Lewis was... I mean, he didn't have much defending to do in fairness, because only Bournemouth, but when he had to do it, he was exceptional. And yeah, Foden makes City better. So really happy to see him play. And play well. Fred's the only United player I like, maybe Eriksen. It's very hard to dislike Eriksen given what's happened to him, to be fair. So yeah, I agree with that. I like Veghorst. He scored my favourite goal in the World Cup. I was going to confirm that was a Botman own goal. And indeed, it has been given as a Botman own goal. Quite rightly, I did see it on the replay, and Rashford's shot is going quite wide. Here is Rashford. Denied that goal. Ball in. Wan-Bissaka wins it somehow. Anthony straight into Karius' grasps. His energy and directness of quality have been missing lately. Totally agree, Iptris, yeah. Totally agree. I would like to see him move to midfield long term, but yeah, yeah. Got to start Foden if we can. Casemiro was suspended for a bit too. He was. But fortunately enough for him, there were enough games whereby the red card was done by the time this game came around. Newcastle not so lucky with Nick Pope. Imagine doing that though. It's the biggest game of your career is coming up, and the biggest game of your club's history in like the past 20 or so years is coming up. And in a game where you're already 2-0 down, you decide to do that. It's just moronic. And here is Isak offering a different aspect in Newcastle's game, running away from Rashford, not doing anything with it, but it's got the crowd up. Apologize for not the phone in early. DR, you left. Here is Isak. Tries to play in Wilson. Varane is forced into a throw, but it's well defended. Why is everyone hating on United? Who's hating on them, TTV? Yeah, look, I think long-term, Foden will be the De Bruyne replacement. Because the more I watch Foden, the more I realise that he's not a David Silva player. He is more, in terms of like comparing it to midfielders, he is much more similar to a De Bruyne than a David Silva. It's not. You know, it's not a thing. Oh, and Weghorst and Botman are having a little tough. Handbags. Isak. It's Isak. It's Alexander Isak. Oh, I understand. Yeah, that's fine. Wan-Bissaka with the tackle. He can play in Weghorst. He's got two options. He doesn't find either of them. United wants a penalty. Weghorst is adamant. A third goal would surely kill the game. If it hasn't already been killed. Shaw commits a foul, but is that handball going to get looked at, or alleged handball? Weghorst was clear it was. Owl says he thought it was by his side. It looks like there's not going to be an issue here. I mean, you're always going to ask for a penalty, even if it isn't. Isak by Chetic. Osimhen. Kvaratskhelia. I'm the master of pronunciation, chaps. Okay. Red card to Weghorst for diving. Yeah, innit? No replay. Yeah, I agree, Al. Yeah, clearly there wasn't too much in it. The player reaction made it seem more than it was. Newcastle with the opportunity to pop a ball in here with Trippier. Got to get a goal early in the second half to make this a competition. Wan-Bissaka well defended away. Wilson pops it back into the mix. Shaw heads it out. Fred clears it. Newcastle able to recycle the ball. Bruno seems to be okay, by the way, from that earlier incident. That's nice by Bruno and Isak. Almiron playing a nothing ball to De Gea. Carrick's only starting because... who's that? Gillespie? Who on earth is that? Is that someone on the bench? Hello? Oh, it is. There we go. It's another keeper. Understood. Red card to Gea handball. Do you guys remember that time where Luis Suarez appealed for handball when a goalkeeper saved his shot? That was so odd. Why did he do that? Oh my god. To me, that just sums up Saint-Maximin. That sums him up. A tricky player, gets into interesting positions, can be a nuisance for opposition defenders, but when it comes down to it, his end product stinks. That sums him up for me. How much was Isak? He was a lot. I think he was like more than 50 million. I think he was a lot. But he's been very good for Newcastle. And I think since coming on... Oh, Anthony gives the ball away to Gillington. I think since coming on, he's made Newcastle more dangerous. Here is Wilson in some space. I thought he was going to take a shot then. He didn't do it in the end. Bruno's got the overlapping run of Trippier. Here is Trippier now. Ball in. That's dangerous. And Martinez did really well. Wilson wants a corner. He ain't getting it. And Martinez is going to stay on the floor here. Should be heading that, says Jack. Let's have another look at this cross. Yes, it probably is a goal kick. It's probably the right decision. It just says Gary Neville commenting on a United game ain't that great. It's a thing, innit? It's a thing. I think it's Newcastle fans I can hear. They're still popping off here. There is still time. There's still time. Correct decision would be an indirect free kick for dangerous play. Yeah, I totally agree, Al. That seems to be all right. Wilson probably should have tried to go with his head, as Jack says. Chet's got a big cut in his face there. Hopefully he's all right. I just noticed that. Oh, I just noticed that. Right, come on. Let's have a Newcastle goal so we have an interesting spectacle of a match. Even if, you know, I don't even want it for the sake of wanting Newcastle to win. I just want an entertaining game. So come on. Let's give us some tension. Bruno with a shot that's going nowhere other than over and out. You've played with a broken toe before. Owl, what's going on? Why are you playing with a broken toe? Sort yourself out. Up the tunes, says Tom. What drink did you go and get, Tom, by the way? Oh, never mind. It was deflection. Got that one wrong. Ah. One goal for Newcastle for the fantasy team. Well, if they get a goal before the 80th minute and it's still, you know, and they make it 2-1, then that could be a really exciting end to the match. But United will be doing all they can to try to kill that momentum and maybe even try to get a third on the counter. There's another set piece here. Newcastle conceded their first from a set piece. Newcastle able to clear it away only as far as a corner on the other side. Do I think Potter is that? I really hope not, Iptris. Really hope not. If this new ownership is committed to an actual project rather than the old Chelsea, where they just sack managers for fun, they should not sack him, and they should keep him, and they should give him the end of this season and then the start of next season. Maybe like a quarter of next season or something. As dangerous, Veghorst, straight into Karius. So I really hope not. Hello, Matty, how you doing? I feel like it's been a while. And Tom, how you doing, my man? Weird Sky put Neville on commentary. Maybe to get his contrasting emotions, depending on how the game went. Bromato in 21 saving a penalty. Oh, at least he saved the penalty. That's like when Bert Troutman played on with a broken neck. Straight down the middle. They didn't try to Penenki, did they? If I was a goalkeeper, I feel like a lot of the times I wouldn't dive. I feel like a lot of times goalkeepers don't dive. Sorry, they do dive. And therefore you go down the middle. It's like, oh, what's the thing? Right, Wilson. Oh, that's not the right choice. I think Wilson's not having a good game. Why didn't you play it first time, Gillinton, mate? Just the decision-making is it's costing Newcastle in these little moments. Chelsea fans want him out. And Chelsea are... Well, and that's why it's going to be... And it's sort of like maybe a half reality check, because in theory, this is a new Chelsea team, new Chelsea club. And was it a fizzy drink, Tom? Sorry, I didn't read that out. I think I saw it. Yeah, it's a new mentality, and it's not going to be, oh, failure, sack, it's a long-term goal. So they really shouldn't sack him, unless they want to totally go against the philosophy they've allegedly brought in. Nor is all, Matty. Don't you worry. There's Eddie Howe looking on thinking, oh. It's a shame, because I think Eddie Howe's been fine with his tactics and stuff. He can't really legislate for bad defending at the set piece and then terrible moment in terms of the keeping. Odds on ending the stream right now. Why do you want that, Musty? Here is ASM now. Wan-Bissaka deals with him easily. Goalkeeper says it wasn't a foul. Sorry, referee says it wasn't a foul. Why do you guys want the stream to be ended? What's happening? Karius masterclass so far. Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, that's a foul, really, isn't it? It's not been given, but I mean, he does bump into him. I know it's a contact sport, but you know. Oh, Anthony loses out there to Bruno Guimaraes. Here is Almiron. He just doesn't do anything with the ball. Almiron doesn't move me as a footballer. Here is St. Maximum. Is he going to move the United defence? No, he gives it... Once again, he gets to a good position and he does shit all with it. Fernandes gave the ball away there, though. Thought St. Maximum was going to dive. He did not. Comes to Bruno. There's got to be a shot at the end of this. That's nice. Into Dan Burn for some reason. He was the player in support, but now United can come out of it. And Bruno now holding his shin. It's good. Again, it's good play from Good play from Newcastle, but they're not doing anything when they get into those good positions. Oh, he's properly screaming. Come on, mate, you're fine. The quality of this game hasn't been as great as I thought it would be. Yeah, it's not been it's not been a good spectacle. Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes is very good. I do like him as a footballer. Let's have a look at this. I mean, he's injured himself by going into the tackle, I guess. That's what's happened there. I don't know. Maybe it's the way he commits himself. I'm not sure. Hopefully he's all right. He's being patted on the tits by Joelinton. Joe Willock needs to come off for Newcastle, Amy thinks. Newcastle have been better since Isak's come on. To be fair, would have been interesting to see what would happen if they started him. Yeah, it did look like an issue with his ankle. Bruno's better than Bruno, says Matty. That's a bold claim. That is bold. But you might be onto something there. You might be onto something. Looks like... I think it was just an impact one. I think he's going to be okay. He's getting the spray. He's getting a hairspray on his ankle. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It'll be all good. Such a stupid challenge, this TTV, innit? He was just committed. He wanted the ball. Guys, would it be a bit mad if I said that I don't think that Almiron's actually been, like, amazing this season? I think he scored some goal. I think he scored a lot of goals this season from the wings. But would it be a bit mad to say he's not? I don't think he's actually been that good in terms of his performances overall. Let me know what you guys think. Am I out of order there? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? No, I'm not saying he hasn't been okay, but I don't think he's been like great. I don't think he's had a great season, for example. I think he's been fine. I think he scored some goals, but I don't know whether his actual performances have been... Well, yeah, Musty, to be honest, that is actually what I'm working towards. I actually do believe that. Avram Glazer, this is his 4th game that he's watching live or something. Something like that. Imagine if after all this noise, both Liverpool and United aren't sold. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's been bad at all. Obviously, he hasn't. But I just think that people got a bit too excited because he scored some goals. You know, scoring goals isn't easy or anything, obviously. But I don't know. I just think that you got to do more than that sometimes if you're a winger, especially. I'm not sure. Him at St. Max are so underwhelming, says Amy. Yeah, St. Max is he's such a maybe man. He's a what if man. It's like a what if actually had some final end products consistently. That's a good run by Trippier. Martinez is going to get to that first though. He's going to play it out. He's fallen over for some reason. Linesman says it's not a foul. Please get up. And they are losing 1-0. Wow. I like the United socks. I've only just noticed that they've got like a red devil on the shin pads. I've only just noticed that little feature. That's cute. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that artistic direction. Rashford trying to clear it, only ends up being a throw-in. United not been anywhere this second half, but they don't need to be, realistically. Newcastle downfall is going to happen after this final. Where do you think they're going to finish then, TTV? Where do you think they're going to finish? I mean, hopefully they play badly against us, because we play them at home soon. Next Premier League game, I think, is against Newcastle. So that's going to be a tricky game with an actual competent keeper in as well. Nick Pope played very well when they met at St. James's Park. Oh, God, what are you doing, guys? Why are you trying to play from the... Oh, God, you're trying to ask Karius to play out from the back. Dear me. Higher than Chelsea and Liverpool, so 8th. Oh, wow, but still really dropping down. Look, I'd smack up the Argentinian gnome in scrap. So Maximum has done well here if he can keep this in, and indeed he can. Now, can he actually provide something? Beats Anthony far too easily. And again, it's just... He gets lucky there. Here's Izu. Just take a shot, mate. But again, that was such a lucky pass. He got into a really good position, beat his man, passed it straight to a United player. It's just amazing how bad your end product can be. And that's why it was so annoying in the City game, because that was like the one game where he actually had some end product. Was against City. It's okay if I'm lazy and not buying the new advertisement jersey. Advertisement jersey? What does that mean, Amy? What does that mean? Next Prem game is Newcastle. Next actual game is Bristol. You're absolutely right, Tom. We will be streaming that game. Obviously. I wonder what team Pep will go for. Because they're a championship team, obviously. I think they're like mid-table or lower mid-table. Hello asks, how do I feel about Elanga? I think Elanga is an average footballer. He's certainly not good enough to start for Man United. Yeah, he's probably... Oh, that's a lovely touch. Here is St. Max. Prove me wrong. Do something, mate. Do something. Here's Jolinton. Heavy touch by Almiron. Trippier. And they've gone backwards. Okay, great. They are indeed Team Viewer. Although that partnership might be coming to an end, potentially. Here is Almiron. Is he going to have a shot from nowhere? No, he isn't. He's still got the ball. Why are you having the shot there? You had the overlapping run come in. Bad. Again, decision-making is not there. Elanga needs to go out on loan. Maybe. Yeah, probably. As I say, I think he's an average footballer. He's fine. He's fine. Probably a good squad player. But to improve, you're right. Probably does need to go out on loan. Here is St. Max. What is he going to do? He's got the trickling feet and he wins a corner. There we go. He's actually done something this time. Well done. Borges' hat-trick against Bristol's going to... Oh, I'd love it if he was even on the bench, Musty. I'd love that. Good championship player. Thinks, oh, yeah, exactly. For a Premier League level, you know, I wouldn't want him starting for Man City. I think he's probably similar to, like, Cole Palmer's level. Yeah. You'd think so, Musty, but there were two on the Leipzig bench. There were two random academy players I've never even heard of, so I don't even know. That's a terrible ball. Why have you gone all the way back? That's odd, and a really awkward switch that Trippier's got to deal with. Now he does deal with it very well, to be fair, and he nutmegs Martinez. He wants a throw in. So he wants a free kick. You're not going to get that, mate. You've got to be much stronger there, Trippier. I'd like him to start, because I want to see him. Jack says you and Musty won't like this. Go on. Oh, do you not like Borges? Right, who is he? I haven't heard of him. Who is he? I'm guessing he's another academy player. Mabude. What position's he? What does he do? What foot is he? Yeah, that never was a free kick. I totally agree, Owl. Got to be much stronger there. Oh, you're going to get booked then for dissent if you're not careful. And now you've got yourself a yellow card. Well done, mate. I hate when footballers do that. Stupid yellow cards like that. It's just moronic. Have you heard of Joel Ndala? He's the next one that'll come through the academy. Tim Wood. What position's he at, Tris? Tell me more about him. So is he a right winger? Is he left-footed? Yeah, well, why? What's the point of throwing it? It's just stupid. There's no way there's a player called Bob. Surely not. Imagine that. And it's Bob! This to win the Champions League final. Bob! Deary me. Come on, Newcastle. Get a goal. Make the game interesting. Say maximum fucking do something with your end product challenge. Impossible. And he is fouled there. Okay, cool. Oscar Bob. I don't remember him. Imagine being called Bob. He's from Norway. Oh, that's even better. Sabitzer and McTominay are coming on. Ten Hag is not happy with what he's seeing in the second half, clearly. Refs had a good game so far. Yeah, it's been absolutely fine. No issues there. It's just been very lackluster from a Newcastle offensive perspective. Getting to good positions, but final quality ain't there. It ain't it. De Gea's going to win this, is he? No, he punches it. Joelinton. There's a chance here. Oh, an actual shot has taken place. Joelinton. Oh, I thought that might have been going in. It's a corner in the end. There we go. They're actually having some interesting chances here. United look horrible in the second half. Yeah, I think they've been playing similar to the level of the first half, in fairness. Finch chemistry, well done, DR. You know, Newcastle have had all of the play, but they're not doing anything with it. Here is Trippier. There's a good ball in. That's apparently a free kick. Something. That's like the most frustrating thing, where you got a set piece, and then for no reason a player gives away a foul. Why? But why? Fred is off, who is on a yellow card, makes sense. So Sabitzer is on. And I'm guessing, is Casemiro coming off, maybe? No, it's Weghorst who's come off. No, I hate to go say 5-0. I don't see 5-0 after his performance in the second half. No, I think United are more than happy to just see out the game. It will mean that Rashford goes central, I assume. Maybe. Central striker. This will stay 2-0, says Al. Yeah, I agree. Oh. Maybe 2-1. Maybe 3 in the back. I can't see more than 2 goals happening. United just trying to kill the momentum, which is fair enough. Why wouldn't you? McSauce is on. 20 minutes left. I think Newcastle need a goal in 10 minutes. Maybe there's 27 goals and 29 assists in the last 2 seasons. Jesus. Is he left-footed? That's the question. Because if he is, then I'm interested. What games pictures? Yeah, it's a shame that it has been boring. If you're a United or a Newcastle fan, you won't be finding it boring, but yeah, this has been a game very low on quality. Dan Burn with a harsh, but no, a strong but fair challenge on Anthony, but straight to De Gea. Bob is a midfielder, lovely. He's right-footed now. Borges is left-footed, guys. That's all I'm saying. He's like a Leroy Sané, a left winger playing on the left for City anyway. I know Sané doesn't play there anymore, but you get what I mean. Thoughts on Phillips, because he did look awful again. Yeah, I've got some sympathy for him because he's been out with an injury, and I'm going to put that down to rust. He's barely played. And as I say, he has been injured. So, yeah, I'm happy to chill. This has been a relatively interesting match. Al says Spurs. Chelsea was definitely more interesting. I think you're being very generous there, Al, to be fair. I think this game's bordering on boring. But here is Bruno. Can some life come into the... No, it can't is the answer there. Yeah, it's been very low on quality. Studying why Carbon is interesting. Why is Carbon interesting, TR? Tell me more. Watching Mabedu and Borges link up in person was beautiful. When did you watch that, Jack? Was it like against Southampton Academy or something? Here's Isaac. St. Max. He's so fucking shit. This man cannot pass the ball. Prove me wrong, mate. Complete a pass. There you go. Well done, mate. Here is... Oh, what a ball that is. This is going to be a goal. Oh, what good save by De Gea. Really good save. Offside anyway. De Gea with a really important save, because that would have been a tap-in. What a through ball that was by Bruno. Guimaraes. Oh, he's offside anyway. Never mind. He's well offside. And it's not the best ball by Trippier either. Like, that should be coming in higher and fist across quicker. Would have been offside anyway, so irrelevant. It was the under-18s final. Ah. Did we win? Because it's in most, if not all, food that humans and animals eat. Studying why it would share its electrons rather than receive or recover. I'm not going to lie to you, that doesn't sound very interesting to me. But I never really liked chemistry, so, you know. I liked it when you did experiments and you made stuff go boom and all that, but apart from that, not interesting. There you go. What a win. Borges with the trophy. Love that. More trophies than Harry Kane. Ah, there we go. I know it was offside, but it was still an interesting bit of quality. Sabitzer with a good challenge there. And here is Rashford now. He's got Anthony support. Takes the shot. Carrier saves it. And that all came from Sabitzer winning the ball. Oh, look at this forward play by Luke Shaw. Look at him go. Good defending, though. I know, right? Carrier save. Who'd have thought? Who would have thought? Oh, it was a chance for United to well and truly kill the game off, but Karius actually did a save. I swear you'll never see anything like this again. It was a Longstaff, I think, who gave the ball away, played it straight to Rashford, who cut inside, tried the shot. It's a save you expect Karius to make, but still had to make it. Sabitzer somehow found his way on the ball on the edge of the box, but blazes it over. Rashford has a very square head. Yeah, I back it. My bet is losses, Tom. Oh, Tom. Exactly, Al, yeah. He makes it, but you expect him to make it. The back of his head dips down like a cliff. I know I've got a long nose, but he has a very long nose. Oh, dear. Don't teach me about chemistry, please. I don't want to go back to school. I stopped doing anything chemistry related when I was 15. Miggy ain't having 2 goals now, innit? Wait, who's Miggy? Is that Almiron? Let me know if that is indeed him. How on earth have you missed that ball, Almiron? Watch St. Max actually have a good game. Oh, De Gea didn't come out for that. Newcastle have got a fortunate situation here with Wilson. He just, again, it's a nothing ball to no one. It's depressing. Newcastle's had 1 shot on goal. Yeah, it's just been terrible in the final third. St. Max losing the ball again. You are shit. You're actually dog, man. What do you do apart from, like, do some weird step overs, sometimes do some good footwork, but then have shit all for a final pass or a final shot? I don't know what you do. You don't even really carry the ball that well. I don't get you as a footballer. Here is McSauce. Good tackle, that. That's a good tackle by Byrne. Fair play, Ten Hag. Clearing the deadwood, recognising the remaining quality players in the team, adding a few pieces as well to make them more of a complete team. Absolutely. I think it would have been more. It would have been more interesting if United came up against some more interesting opposition. In terms of like the, you know, like if they played a, you know, a City or a Spurs or a Liverpool or whatever. But we'll obviously never know. Why would I apologise to Ten Hag? Education's for weirdos. Brilliant. I'll escape the shackles of chemistry and biology next year. Wonderful stuff, must say. He's still doing physics. Murphy's coming on and Willock. I feel like Willock probably should come on a bit sooner. Dull, no energy match. Looks like the Manchester's coach staff wants him more than the players. Yeah, I mean, United would be fine. They'll be like, well, if you're not going to even score, we'll just chill. Honestly. The onus is on Newcastle to score a goal. One of the worst finals I've seen since Ipswich. Yeah, it's been boring, and it's the fact it's low on quality as well. Like, it's been really bad. I feel like even the 0-0, the Chelsea-Liverpool, that was at least interesting. We had some, like, you know, like all the disallowed goals and stuff. That was at least an interesting one. Sabitzer tries to take another shot. Falls to Rashford on the edge of Newcastle's box. Bruno follows him. Didn't you say Ten Hag would fail? Yeah. If you think that Ten Hag has succeeded at United because he's won a League Cup, then I don't really know what to tell you, to be honest. Not failing with United is... Sorry, succeeding with United is winning the league title. If he does that with the Glazers as ownership, I'll take it back. But until Ten Hag wins the league title with the Glazers owning United, that video is still accurate. Yeah. Definitely. Unless the Glazers leave. Hello, Big Popper. How we doing? Big Popper P. How are we doing? And St. Max is off. Thank God, because he's been shit. Murphy is on. Sanitizer likes to shoot. Hey, he's 2-0 up in a cup final. Why not? Oh, Bruno is off. Right, game over. How you doing, Big Popper? Who do you support? Oh, Murphy's got a piece of paper. He's pointing. He's saying, you're going to play here. We're going to try to put the ball into the net. Yesterday's Palestine Liverpool game tops this in terms of worst in quality I've seen. I did not see that game. I haven't seen the highlights of it yet. But it sounds like it was a pretty dross game. You're a City fan as well. So am I, Big Popper. So am I. Not winning a Prem isn't a failure. Of course it is if you're Man United, DR. Of course it is. It's Man United. Of course it is. That's what Man United do. Right, here we go. This is going to be a goal for Marcus Rashford, I think. If Bruno can play the ball. And indeed he can. And it falls to Karius from the deflection. Yeah, and yeah, they failed for 10 years. Like, what? I wish you get hammered a while back. Yeah. Which one was that, Big Pop? Which cup final was that? If it was the World Cup final, I apologise because that was the worst stream I've ever done. I'm never getting that drunk on stream again. That was just me having vibes and drinking. Isn't Arteta a failure? DR, again, United and Arsenal are not the same club. That's sort of the point. I don't know why you're equating Arsenal to Man United. They're not the same at all. United have won 13 Premier League titles. That's the whole point of them. They're the biggest club in England. What expression annoys you, Iptrus? Cheers, burn, my ears hurt now. Brilliant. I think that must have been the World Cup final then, Big Poppy. As I say, I just like shotted so much ouzo. I shouldn't have done it. It won't happen again. FA Cup final will do a drunk one, but it won't be as anywhere near as mental. I can assure you of that. Carabao was expected to do rebuilding the club is a success. DR, speak to nearly every single United fan and they will tell you what success is. And success is winning the Premier League. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, Big Popper, good to have you back. Is there going to be a goal for Newcastle in this game? As I say, DR, the expectations at United are you have to win the Premier League. As I say, it's Man United. It's not a penalty, that's fine. I implore you, go out and speak to United fans, and they will tell you what success is. Right, corner to Newcastle. 80th minute now. We are approaching last-ditch stuff. And somehow Newcastle don't even win that ball, and Anthony's going to come away with it for a counter-attack. Murphy's got to get this right, and he does. And Murphy falls over, and he wins the free kick. Newcastle missed Nick Pope's as Amy. I think if Nick Pope was playing, this would be more like a 1-0 because that second goal wouldn't have happened. But the issue with Newcastle has been they've been toothless in attack. Like, so they've had 10 shots, and from those 10 shots, they've been able to generate an XG of less than 1. So that means, in general, their shots are, like, what, 0.1? Yeah, Anthony is a slow man, isn't he? And he's off the pitch now. Jadon Sancho is on. It's a thing. If I get told, get top 4 and reach a final, and I win 2 trophies and get second, that's a success. I know it's United, but it stands for loads for the club, not the fans. The owners have. Well, that's not what I define as success, not by a long shot. You've got to win the Premier League. Or at least challenge for it properly, like be there until the last day of the season. Here comes another goal for United, says Amy. Is that a foul by Martinez? No, says the referee. Wilson's had a poor game, to be honest. He hasn't really done anything. Isak did much more when he came on. Iptra says, Weird City fan base are in a weird situation. We've become so accustomed to success that a section of fan base have high expectations, some of our other fans have lesser. Or, I'd put myself in the latter category, to be honest, Iptris. I'm not too fussed when, you know, City have a lackluster, slightly, you know, the 19-20 season, for example. I'm quite chill about it. I'm not like, oh, we need to have a total reset of the team and these players are a disgrace and da da da. I'm quite chilled about it because I've been used to City being dross. So I'm like quite casual about it. Musty, no cap. We have to win the quad every season. Yeah. Oh, here's Murphy. Blazes a shot over. Yeah. You got in a game where you got to score a goal, he decides to go for like a 1% chance. Like, what is that? Decision making is non-existent in this game from Newcastle. I'll say it again. There's just nothing. I don't even know what Newcastle need. I think Newcastle, long term, what do they need? Oh, Ant and Deck are in attendance, by the way. Long term, there's just nothing in midfield. Bruno is on his own. The likes of, you know, Joelinton and Willock and Longstaff are not good enough. There needs to be a creative spark in there. And there just isn't. And the wingers as well. They've got... I don't think St. Max Namarone are good enough long-term for what Newcastle want to achieve. They need more functional and clinical wingers who actually have outputs or can contribute therein. Here is Isak. He's got to offload the ball soon. Here is Dan Burn. Pops the first-time ball in. Wan-Bissaka gives away the corner. And West Ham fan game 9th is successful. Says, yeah, and different clubs have different things of what's successful, and different fans will as well. But in the grand scheme of things, success at United is competing for and winning the biggest honours, i.e. the Champions League and Premier League. And if Ten Hag wins the Premier League or Champions League, you know, with Glazer ownership, then I'll hold my hands up and say I was wrong. But until that happens, no. Almiron with the shot. United able to clear it away. Musa Diaby, says Jack. Would love us to win the Champions League to complete the trophy cabinet. Oh, yeah, like, I'd obviously love to win it, yeah. No doubts, no doubts. And one day I'm convinced it will happen. Wait, what? What? What on earth was that defending? I think he just assumed Sancho was offside. Here is Wan-Bissaka. Straight into Karius' hands. That was the most bizarre defending or non-defending I've ever seen. From Dan Burn, I think it was. That was odd. Oh, good tackle by Wan-Bissaka. Strong. God, I'm sorry if I've been like... I'm sorry if my energy levels have been down for this game, guys. And it's not been an entertaining stream to watch. This has been such a dead game. I'm sorry. It's been so bad. Oh, dearie me. Someone got a yellow card. Is that Casemiro, I think? Right, free kick. Can something exciting happen here? Up, up. Energy, energy. Come on. That's me talking to myself, by the way. Hello, Nambred. United fans calling energy drink trophies a success. How United fan? Yeah, it's still a brilliant trophy to make. But yeah, if any United fan is telling you that always Ten Hag's already succeeded at United, I think a reality check is needed. That's not to say he's not doing a good job, because he obviously is doing a very good job. But there is a difference between doing the good job and succeeding. The match got hyped up too much, says Amy. I don't really know what I was hoping for. Murphy with a long shot. De Gea was wrong-footed, I think. He didn't move, but it was wide. Exactly, Iptris. I was more entertained watching the Macedonian second league today. Let's have another look at this shot from Murphy. Oh, that would have been nice. There was it just needed it just curved a bit too much. Oh, that was close, you know. That was close. If only that went in, we could have had something interesting happening. And here is Maguire coming on. I'm assuming this is just to give him the captain's armband, so it's like a visual thing. Rashford's off. Here we go. Is he going to get the armband, question mark? Or maybe not. Yeah, it wasn't too far off at all. Wasn't far off at all. Maguire lifting the trophy. Oh dear. What a fantastic, entertaining afternoon this has been. United fans want to lose now. Brilliant. How much does it take to sponsor the League Cup? It might be called the Narn Cup. Well, I think I learnt the other day that the winning team wins £100,000, the winning club. Which isn't great for prize money, is it? I feel like there should probably be some more prize money in the for a cup. So I would like to see that in the future. And it'd be good if maybe they can add more stuff to it to make it more interesting. I don't know. I don't practice law anymore, Iptris. I'm still a lawyer, but I don't practice anymore. This is my job now. Casemiro with the ball through. No, Almiron intercepts. No one's showing for him. He doesn't know what to do. He's running around like a headless chicken. Goes back to Jolinton. The commentator said that Maguire was a hull the last time he had to win a trophy. I guess that's right, yeah. And he was in the cup final, wasn't he, against Arsenal? The FA Cup final. Was that 2015? Commercial law, mostly, so business stuff. Primarily. Can't wait to watch European League start around 2:45. Well, yeah, what games are you going to watch, Amy? We're getting to the 90th minute now. The energy's just been sapped from this game. You'd think that Newcastle would be doing more, but... but they just aren't. Oh, dear. That's going to be a goal kick. And for some reason, it's the 90th minute and Wilson decides to kick Martinez. And they're obviously going to react like that and waste more time. Like... Can you give the most basic explanation? So it's basically company law, Musty. So company A wants some legal advice. Is basically it. Or a company wants to sue someone. Or, you know, a company wants to buy some real estate. Or a company wants to do some intellectual property stuff. Or a company wants to issue some shares. Anything to do with that. Basically. No, I'm stop being a lawyer because Saul Goodman destroyed him in the court of law. Oh, God. American law is also very different. Because there, you've got attorneys which do same thing. Gordon Ramsay's on the pitch. Wilson's off. He's had a terrible game as Wilson. And I don't even know who that is. Oh, Anderson. Is on. Yeah, bloody Gordon Ramsay is on the pitch. Good God. Yeah. I'd tell you what, I know that Newcastle have had more of the play, but I'm actually going to say that United deserve to win this game because Newcastle have been absolutely terrible going forwards. So I'm actually going to say that that United deserve to win this, definitely. Newcastle have had so much time to carve out a chance. And what was the best chance? Was it that long shot from Murphy? Which is like a couple inches wide. In 95 minutes of football, when you've been 2-0 down for over half of that ain't good enough. Yeah, exactly, Mustard. They've been dross here, guarantee. Nick Pope will be in an unbelievable shift, obviously. St. Maximin will actually have some end product. Oh, De Gea forced into a save. You know, he was like, oh, I'm actually being used. Okay. Yeah, decent header. Yeah, nice idea, but it's a save De Gea is always going to make. It's a basic save for him to make. De Gea's not been forced into anything. Even that St. Max shot just hit De Gea straight in the chest. Wasn't really required to do any saving. Thank you, Nampred. It is a good. If she says turn it off, yeah. I know we normally watch the trophy celebrations and whatnot, but I think you guys will forgive me if I don't, because I've just been drained by how terrible this game has been. I'm sorry. The Hayes will class as TTV. Karras doesn't save that, probably not. God, right, even that is so bad. It's gonna be 3-0 here. Surely, can Sancho kill the game off? No, Fernandez might. Oh, Karras actually saved it. I thought I was a bit greedy by Fernandez. I think he could have given it to Sancho for a basic tap-in. I know you're 2-0 up, you've won anyway, but that was terrible by Anderson. Good God, Newcastle are shit. It doesn't matter because the game's already won, but, you know. A goal for Karius, yeah. Oh, dear. Spurs versus Chelsea is more exciting, says Amy. As I say, I'm hope you'll forgive me if I end the stream shortly after the final whistle, because I just need to. I need to go and watch them paint dry, I think, just to get me some entertainment. Yeah, the Newcastle fans have been great. You know, they're making the most of the day. They've got their flags. They're still enjoying the day out. Lovely. But good lord. This has been a bad final, guys. This has been a bad game of football. Oh. What's next stream? I think the next stream, just to keep you updated, I don't think there's Champions League next week, is there? Let me double check. 7th of March. No, so it's not next week, it's the week after. So Monday we'll do some Football Manager. But I think it's FA Cup, isn't it? I think City play Bristol. Yeah, so... yeah, so Bristol play... Oh, it's Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday. Okay, so we'll do a stream on Tuesday, which means we won't stream on Wednesday, because we normally do it then. And then Friday, it's the football quiz. Saturday, City play, so there won't be a stream then. But Sunday, we'll do... Are there any interesting Premier League games on Sunday? Oh, well, there's a fight happening. I can't... Right, I'm actually going to turn my... I'm actually going to turn the game. I'm not watching these players have a fight in the last minute. I've turned it off. I hate it when players have a shitty fisticuffs at the end. Any games happening on Sunday that are interesting? Oh, Liverpool United. We could do Liverpool United. Should we do Liverpool United on Sunday, maybe? That's obviously a big game. At Anfield. I think that if City lose against Newcastle, which could happen, United win, they go second, wouldn't they? So that could be a thing. So yes, we'll probably do Liverpool United on Sunday. Unless you guys don't want me to, we'll do Football Manager instead. Well, you guys are saying no. Okay, well, we'll think about it then. But guys, that was the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. A truly terrible game of football. And I don't really have anything else to say about it. I think United deserve to win because Newcastle were just so bad offensively. So bad. But yeah, really disappointing game to watch. I was quite excited, but that happened. But yeah, there we go. Congrats to United. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Football Manager. Have a think about what you want me to stream on Sunday. Should I stream the Liverpool United game, or should we do some Football Manager? I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Middlesbrough FM. Goodbye, guys. Have a good rest of your day.